Hey guys, welcome back to Virtual Playground TV, and welcome to episode 13 of Transport Fever 2. Last episode was basically just a housekeeping episode. We worked a little bit on um, kind of upgrading our Phoenix station, and what's this we got? We got some new trucks. Okay, we'll look at those later. But anyways, yeah, episode 12, we finished working on upgrading our Phoenix station a little bit. Made it a little bit more streamlined, a little cleaner looking, and made it more of a hub instead of just a pass-through type station. Anyways, this episode I was thinking about also doing some housekeeping, fixing some stuff up, changing things, rebalancing things, but I think that's going to be a little bit boring doing a back-to-back episode. So we're going to run across the map, completely opposite side, over here somewhere, where it's all untouched. I think we might try to start another rail line. Something that we can expand, we can work it out, we can get stuff moving, and then in future episodes we can merge this side of the map with the mountain track, and then of course with the peninsula line that we already have. Problem is we just got to figure out where we're going to start, what we're going to start with, and how we're going to do it. But anyways, up here we have oil refineries, we have stone and construction material, we have a steel mill, more oil refineries over here, machine factory, goods factory, some more stone. So yeah, it's just gonna be one of those things. We have to find a spot that's sort of flat so we can build a nice station, because I don't know how many actual stations we want to build. Maybe one full-size station and then smaller feeder stations, so to say, on this side. And then by the time everything's done, hopefully we have somewhere along the lines of 3 full-size stations that we can use as hubs and just feeder stations all over the place, just keeping things moving. But anyways, we have grain up top on that little island over there. We have some crude oil over there as well. Simi Valley, that kind of looks a little flat, don't it? Well, up on top of the hill up here's a little flat. We have to terraform it a little bit. Let's see. Down here's pretty flat. Maybe not super flat. Got to terraform that as well. Lincoln, yeah, right here in the valley looks pretty nice actually. Okay, Lincoln's gonna need food and fuel. Do we have a fuel refinery? One thing. Oh, there's one over here if we hop across the river towards Mobile. You know what? We might actually do something like that. We might put a station. Where did it go? Might put a station somewhere here around Lincoln, probably in this valley right here. And then, since Hylia's down that direction, and we put a station kind of contouring or curving with the mountain right here, the hill, we can have a track split off that direction, another one split off to the left up the coast, and then maybe a third station hop in the river to get to that fuel refinery up there in Mobile. But this episode, mainly we're going to focus on getting a station set up by Lincoln and maybe a couple tracks to at least get baseline industry stuff moving. And then on the next episodes, we could always expand. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out how we want to do this. So, yeah, this section of Lincoln looks like it's all food and oil or food and fuel, but I do want the train to come right through the middle of town right here. So we might have to go ahead and delete it. And to do that, we might just put the game on pause. So when we start deleting roads inside the city, it's going to keep trying to constantly update and build roads over the stuff that we're deleting. So let's go ahead and just start doing this and just wipe the whole section of the city out just like that. And then we need to figure out where exactly. So we want it nice and flat. We want this a good sized station. We'll just go ahead and delete all these roads up through here too. There we go. Just completely to strip the whole thing. And if we're going to start the station right down here somewhere, that might be where it start terraforming. So get a big old flatten tool, maximize the size, and just start flattening everything out. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to cut forward. All right, so we got this much flattened out. I mean, it didn't take as much as I thought it would. I mean, you can see here it's how flat it is. Just barely took any of that hill down. And we could probably keep going up if we wanted to. But I want to see what kind of space we have right here for a track. I'm kind of looking at something along the lines of maybe half a mile, because I want it to be, like I said, just maybe one of the hub stations. And so I want it to be able to accommodate the biggest trains we're going to have. So yeah, let's just see how long it is right here. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely longer than half a mile because it's going to be on a curve, and that's just a straight line, 2,700 feet. So now we're going to have to figure out how we're going to put a station into here. So if we put it and base it at that line right there, and then we can have room for the track to kind of swing around. And it needs to come over a little bit so it can swing around this way too to leave the city. So let's just go ahead and delete that for now. We're gonna get a cargo station. We're gonna make it 4 tracks wide. It doesn't have to be the biggest station because it's not the main hub, but I think 4 tracks, half this, half size, should be good enough. We're gonna start at 320 meters, and of course we have to expand it because 320 meters is not going to cut it. We'll put it right there. All right, then we're gonna have to go ahead and add on the extensions. All right, that's gonna be a pretty good, pretty good sized station actually. That's as far as I can go. I'm gonna go ahead and probably just go ahead and readjust all this stuff. I'm gonna fully max the station out. Okay, so that's the station set up to the maximum size. Like I said, it's about 2,700 feet, give or take. We just got to make sure that now our merge tracks, our enter tracks, exit tracks, whatever you want to call them, are actually long enough as well. So they also have to be about half a mile long to accommodate the trains when they are waiting to come into the station, so that way they're not blocking signals and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, we're going to do food and fuel. And I know way on the end there's a peninsula that had grain and crude oil on it. So we might do that, come way down and just follow the river bank. Yeah, follow the river bank all the way up and connect into those industries and bring them back. So let's go ahead and get some sort of a line going at least. There's going to be quite a bit of these roads like this. They're just in the way. We're going to be able to squeeze through that right there. It's going to be a pretty tight fit. Oh yeah, no, I got it. Got a little bit of a bridge right here. We don't want to cross too close to it. So just going to kind of probably wrap around this way. Something like that right there. And then just go ahead and loop back around again. Just kind of get it back to the river. Wait a second, I'm getting too out of... Oh, okay, I'm going way out of control on this one. The station's right here. Here's our fuel depots, and there's our granary. So I'll probably just go right in here somewhere. Let's see how I'm going to do this. I could just push a road across, have the station on this side, just have a bridge going over where the trucks go across to deliver. I'm able to do something simple like that maybe. So this is going to be probably just 2 track, 320 meters long, and just kind of put it right up in here somewhere. Something like that. Yeah, should work. Push this track all the way through, just connect it. Alright, there we go. That works for me, I think. Now we're just going to go ahead, just have to double this track up all the way across, because might as well do it now. Sooner or later, we're going to have to double it anyway. It's real sloppy though, just kind of throw it down. Whatever happens, happens sort of deal. Okay, Lincoln's right here, so we're pretty close. There we go. So the 2 stations are now connected. So we're going to have to go about 2,600 meters. Let's figure where that's at. And then we'll go ahead right here and put a cross-track section so that we can choose whichever line we want to go onto. There we go. Perfect. And then yeah, it's 2,600 meters, so we could probably put 2 signals going that way and 2 signals coming back. Wait a second. No, because we want one way to go that direction, I think. No, because we want this to be a multi-signal, don't we? Yeah, we want that multi-signal so they can travel up and down either direction they want. Okay, so from here, going up. So single on this side. Okay, I think that's how that works. Let's do another 2,600 meters. 2,600 feet, sorry. Give or take, doesn't have to be exact. Signals. One that way, one that way. I don't like how I did that with the industry, but might have to stay like that if we can't fix it. Yeah, it's got to stay like that, it looks like. Oh well. No, okay, yeah, we're gonna leave it just like that. It's over 2,600, but no big deal. So now we're just gonna go ahead and do a cross track right here, like that, and about like that. Then maybe, do we want to put two-way signals down here then? Maybe. We'll see what it does. If it messes it up, then we'll get rid of them, I guess. Okay, how long is it anyways? It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 miles, something like that. Oh, we might want to go ahead and fully upgrade this with all the cargo buildings and everything before the city has a chance to do it for us. You want to go both sides? Nah, probably just one side for now. That should be good. Alright, we're going to go ahead and smooth around the edges a little bit. Now we're going to have to come up this direction somehow. Yeah, maybe just skirt the side of this mountain to give us that little grade to get up here. But once you get up here, though, probably have to cut over this way and back around again to get to the oil refineries up here. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to go ahead and put a track right through here and snake it through right along the side of this mountain and come back down with it. That's what it looks like. So to do that, where do we want the station at? We need food, fuel. Well, right here in the center should be nice. So let's see, where's the high spot, low spot? Alright, something like that for now anyways. And where's our station? Gonna go in basically that direction right there. Yeah, need streets. We want to go with the medium one way. Connect with streets because we're not bringing the station all the way up, which I mean is fairly common sense. Still need a way to connect everything together. Try the curve tool. Something like that short. Same thing down. Wait a second, what's that? Double slip switch. No thank you. Oh, I see what I did wrong. The wrong road down. There we go. Now it should be good. This is going to come out to about right here. Go ahead and delete that front one. Okay. Those roads are connected. The connection points in the back. Let's see, streets. We hop the road over here somewhere. All right, there we go. Okay, some buildings, some stations. Should go there. This one should go up here. Okay, so we're going to still have to do that twisted line up here, up into the mountains. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, there's tunnels and bridges. It's just whatever we have to do to get up this dang hill, I think. So I need to start turning. Okay, it loops back around. Let's see here. So I do have to merge it in this somewhere. Come round or something. Buildings. Buildings. Let's see. What if I go this way with it? That and then tight loop back that way. Alright. And then merge it back down with this guy. And I think to start off with, we'll go ahead and buy probably 10 vehicles. And we're going to use those new ones we got at the very beginning of the episode, the Studebakers. I think we have a fuel one, don't we? Side stakes, tank truck. Yeah, we have one for fuel. So we'll get about 10 of these. We'll set them up on the crude line. Set up a new line. It's going to go from the station to the crude. Then we get another 10. But the next one's going to have grain. The dump truck does grain. Okay, yeah, so we're going to do the dump truck, 10 of these. New line also from the station, but this one's going all the way down here to the grain. Okay. So this side's set up. Now we go all the way to this end. We need to set up another road depot. I'll probably put it, why not? Right there looks good enough. Just kind of clean it a little bit. This one's going to be also a tanker because it needs to move crude to make refined oil. So just keep it going at 10. Why not? Maybe 5. Let's see how it goes for now. From there to there. To the last 5. From there to there. All right, so that's all set up. No, I'm missing something. Oh, I need a rail depot. I need a way for the trains to get onto the track. So these are gonna have to come in, do their thing. Let's see here. Next, the trains are gonna have to merge into this line. Yeah, there's nothing they can do over here because it's all just mountains and stuff. So what we could probably do is just take it straight out. Just kind of, maybe just kind of merge in with it somewhere. Why isn't it letting me merge? It's actually kind of weird. Let me do it if I go the other way. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go out a little bit. Yeah, about right there. That. Extend it out a little bit. Then take another one. Like that. Extend it out a little bit. And then one more. Like that. And connect it. Oops. Connect it, I said. Connect it. And we'll go ahead and delete those tracks. So what that's going to do is give us a nice angle to merge everything up with. This guy here, I probably should have left those tracks down. I need to back them up just a little bit. That angle don't look too bad. There's that. And now we're going to go ahead and put a couple signals on here. It's right there. Oh no, we don't want one ways. Right there. And now finally, on this side, we can put our train depot in. And we'll change it because this isn't the most ideal location. So we will change it down the road 100%. Now let's go ahead and, where's the tracks at? Right there. And it's going to be on this side. So if we come out with it like, so weird it doesn't want to actually merge. Should be able to take them out like that maybe. And then buildings, rail depot. Well, it's close to the rail, but that works. Okay. Yeah, that works. I can't complain. Okay, so we're going to need a grain train that goes up along with a, what else do we need? Grain and oil, grain and crude, oil and food. Okay. I can probably put the game back on play. It's been paused pretty much all the time. So let's let that building, that city build back up and buy a train. What kind of train do we want? We don't need the big boy. We don't need a class 9000, I don't think. We could do a Mikado. Just keep it simple. And then probably bring some grain up first. Maybe 20 cars to begin with. He's going to go from station all the way down here to station. Okay. We're going to buy another train. Just do another Mikado. This is going to be oil. And to do oil, because it's a hazmat load, we're going to put a box car, just a dummy car in front of it. And then probably also do maybe 20 cars This guy, do I want him on? I mean, it's the same stuff. But I'll go ahead and do another line anyways. That way we can separate the tracks and whatnot that they go onto. There's that one. Okay, I probably put a signal right here. Doesn't look like I need one, but might as well just to have it. Okay, so now he's doing his thing. At this section, he should cross over to the Riverside track right there. It's got the green light. Oh, so much smoke. Get out of here. Okay, and he crossed over perfectly. Okay. So now the oil train, the crude train should get going. Perfect. We're going to need to buy another one. Do the same thing. It's going to be a Mikado. It's going to be a boxcar. And then 20 tank cars. Got a new line. He's going to go from station all the way up here, so that way he can get the not connect. It's got to be something to do with a crisscross or something up here. Did I put a crisscross? Oh, how genius am I? Look at that. Wow. So we'll go ahead and back this up a little bit. Okay, now let's get the track. Let's just put it right back in there. But this time, hopefully it's correct. Jeez. Okay, now he's at least hooked up. Where's that last signal at? Okay, so probably when it gets straight, so probably right here. It's kind of on a straight. It's not long enough. Okay, there we go. Now he can crisscross wherever he feels like. I hope that works anyway. Manage this line. Just tell him to go whatever line he feels like, whatever line his heart's content. But we do need a boxcar. I trained as full boxcars also. But it might not be a full 20 boxcars since food's a 2-to-1, so it might just do 10. But is there something else we got to bring up? I don't think so. No, he's got to bring grain up too, so it's gonna be a long one. We'll do 20 gondolas and 10 boxcars. Something like that. Okay. From station to station. And then do the same thing. Let him go on whatever line he wants. Perfect. And then once everything gets going, we're going to have to, let's see, everything is producing, right? Might have to have more vehicles. Yeah, we need a lot more vehicles. So let's at least 39 manage. I got the right one. Yeah, tank truck. Okay, yep. Double those. So 20 vehicles. And the same thing down here. Double the dump truck. 20 dump trucks. Then this guy, configure. We need more cargo platforms. Okay. And of course, flatten everything out. Yeah, that's not, we can't be having that. Maybe I could put a entrance right here and exits down. Yeah, that might be better. So configure street access on this side, and then we want to put just a one-way. This, and then we should be able to go roads, one-way street. There we go. So line 44, you're on line 2. Line 45, we're going to put you on line 1, just to keep you split apart. No big issue though, just try to organize you guys just a little bit. There we go, that should help out quite a bit. Yeah, can't wait to see how Lincoln changes itself to, mold itself around this town a little bit. Oh crap, I forgot I need to add everything together. My bad. So, medium highway. There we go. Now everything's connected. I can probably even connect this together too. Why not? Here to there. Yeah, that works. Yeah, it would be interesting though to see exactly how Lincoln deals with the station being in the way now. Okay, they got a little bit of fuel here, but not much, of course. Let's go ahead and add a couple more trains to that line. What line is it anyway? That's the food one. Manage, just go ahead and double him. Where's the oil? There he is. Manage manage this guy, manage vehicles, double him as well. It's going to take a little bit of time to get everything ironed out and working the way that it should, but it looks like we're definitely on the right path. Oh, we just got a new airplane. Next series, we're gonna have to definitely play with some planes. And we do got an Alco engine and an Alco AB unit, so that's really cool. We'll check those out here in a minute once you get this line all situated. These guys, the covered wagon was good, but it's actually carrying a little bit less grain than the dump truck does. Okay, so that's good. Now we should start getting grain into the station, which is perfect. And now, yeah, let's look at what the Alco is all about. So, where's our depot? Way over here. Okay, there's the AB unit on the bottom. Then you have the A units right here. 2200 horsepower. The Mikado has 1500 horsepower. Mikado has 51,000 pounds of tractive effort. And the Alco also has 51,000 pounds of tractive effort. So it does seem like the Alco is better just with horsepower alone. Now it does do 117 miles an hour compared to 50, but because the freight cars we have right now, they're limited to 50 anyways. So even the 117, we can't really utilize that to its fullest potential. Let's see, 69 emissions. And the Mikado 74, so that right there saves us, what, 5 points on emission? Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and switch these guys all out. We're going to put the Alcos on them. Even though it's not really going to help much, it's going to help a little bit. And it's going to help drive down emissions, especially with the city being right here next to Lincoln, or the station being right tied into Lincoln like this. We want as little emissions as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to manage all the vehicles, get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy. We're just going to use the A unit because there's no reason with these trains right now to have the AB. We're not pulling nothing huge. Not yet anyways. So there's that one. That one, they should all be set up. Yeah, they are. Replace. Get rid of that guy, add that guy, modify. Perfect. Let's get down here and see what this guy looks like. It's nice. The old the Santa Fe, the old Santa Fe paint scheme. We're definitely starting to move away from steam engine into the diesel electric era. So that's really cool. There goes a grain train going the other way. I think we might have to start expanding these sometime in the near future. Yeah, 735 oil right now, or crude anyways, but only 31 grain. So maybe at least double that grain line. Let's go and put 40. Oh, I want that train. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Do you want 40 vehicles? Maybe just add 10 more. There we go. 30 dump trucks on that line. But anyways, yeah, now we got 3 oil trains on this line. Should be doing this thing. We got 2 grain trains. And we also have 2 trains that are heading up the mountain. You know what? We'll do that. Let's just follow this guy up the mountain. And after that, we'll go ahead and call it an episode. Yeah, I wish you could sit inside the cab instead of in front of it like this. I mean, that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, there's our first load of grain coming down, it looks like. Oh no, second load of grain coming down. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and call the episode here. Um, we didn't do too much, but thinking about it, we did quite a bit. We built a whole new station. We built tracks going all the way up one side to, get some crude, get some grain. We got multiple trains on the line. We signaled everything double tracked. We went up through the mountains, made a few tunnels and a bridge. We connected some up that way. The next episode, we'll have to expand on this side of the river, do a little more things, bring some more stuff over to Lincoln, and then from there, we're going to have to hop the river and also connect into the fuel refinery just to give us that one extra commodity that Lincoln needs to help it expand. Anyways, guys, until the next one, have a good one. Bye.